Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to Democracy 3. We are, of course, playing as Canada, and we are trying to turn Canada into a place where the entire population is religious. And you know what? We've done it. We absolutely did it. 100% of the population is religious. That makes me very happy to see, because it means we have completed our mission. We have done what we came for, and we got the religious achievement as well, which was a nice little bonus, I suppose. However, there are still a heck of a lot of problems. The Liberals still ain't too keen on us. We still have a lot of law and order problems, we still have a lot of public service problems, and of course, we still have cyclones, which are not coming down, even though they very clearly should be. Or maybe this just hasn't taken effect yet, but whatever, doesn't matter. We are going to play until we can play no more. So, we need to prioritize. What are we going to do? Personally, I think we should try and pay down our debt as soon as possible. We currently have $501.02 Canadian billion of debt, and that is just not good enough. Even though our interest rate is super duper low, we really want to be getting rid of that debt as soon as we can. Our debt interest is at 2.13 billion per turn. That is not ideal. That is not ideal at all. So we're going to try and work that down. We're probably going to introduce a new tax if we can. I think that's probably the best way to get down the debt. What we could tax actually is we're very limited in. I mean, I sort of ideally would be wanting to do the flat income tax, but we don't have the political capital to do that. So that is unfortunate. However, I think you need to be going. In fact, I don't even know why you're unhappy with us. Socialists freaking love us. That's ridiculous. Come on, buddy. Come on. What is your problem? What on earth is your problem? It doesn't matter. Let's play around that. Let's try and not introduce any more taxes. That's going to be a little mini objective. Let's try and do it through cutting spending. Okay? And I think that's probably going to be an alright an easily achievable goal, should I say. Where can we slash spending? Healthcare vouchers? Healthcare vouchers are probably the first things that can go. I mean, private healthcare is good, but it's not essential by any stretch of the imagination. We do not need it. And that is quite an easy way that we can save 14.17 billion. And you know what? We just did. So that's awesome. State housing, we could probably also scale that back. State housing is good because, state housing is good because obviously poor people like it. However, it does cost us quite a little bit of money, so we're going to scale that back to 4.5 billion, and we're also going to give the private sector a chance to build up. And that will be a good opportunity for them, because obviously the economy, as we can see by looking here, is doing all right. It's not obviously the dark times, but it's not doing too badly, and so the private sector should have no problem at all finding customers to live in their private houses, and that is lovely. That is lovely indeed. Okay, organized crime has been going on for far too long, and we definitely want to get rid of it. Ghettos are slowly coming down. I have no idea why, but I'm very glad that they are. And alcohol abuse is going to be a ridiculous problem until we scale back, or we increase this alcohol law. I mean, let's face it. It's ridiculous, isn't it? We can't continually appease the Liberals. We're gonna start annoying the Liberals, and you know what? I'm okay with that, but I just sort of want to, do what's best for the country rather than messing around and just trying to appease the Liberals. We need to get organized crime down, so what we're probably going to do is bump up spending in the intelligence services. This obviously is not going to be by much. I think that's probably going to be good enough. I mean, we sort of need to remember that the Liberals will still get a little bit annoyed with us. But obviously the organized crime is just something that's been around for far too long, and it's boosting crime and violent crime. And that is simply not good enough. So we need to get those all down, and you know, we should eventually do that. I think we also need to scale back this next turn. We need to make it so that perhaps only cannabis is legal. I mean, all drugs being legal is just... it's pretty terrible, to be honest. It's pretty terrible. Yeah. Although at the same time, it does detract from organized crime by 16.58%, which is always nice. However, it boosts drug addiction, and drug addiction is kind of a little bit of a big problem for us at the moment. If you look at this, we are showing no signs of decreasing drug addiction, so we've just got to work to get that down. And pretty much the only way we can get it down is by increasing our expenditure in the police force, which is already at max anyway. So we can't really do that. We're gonna have to scale back our legalization of substances, and you know what? We'll do that. Cyclones, how are you coming along? You are still taking effect, aren't you? Yes, yes you are. 18 turns. That's a little bit annoying. Yeah. Well, nothing much we can really do about that. Nothing much we can really do about that. But I suppose that's probably all we can do. You know, maternity leave. Did we cancel maternity leave all those turns ago? I can't really remember. I think we might have. I think we might have cancelled maternity leave. Yeah. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure, but it doesn't matter. How many turns are we away from the election? We are 2 turns away. That's fine, and we have massively slashed our expenditure, which is lovely, and our income hopefully should continue to rise. Prevent construction. Next turn. Let's go right now. Click to return to government. I will indeed. Whistleblower. We are going to reform the Secret Service to make the Liberals happy, which is always the plan. And yeah, let's check on the state of the economy. Okay, so the global economy is continuing to rise. Obviously, if we look at expenditure here, it just dropped. That's great. That's really what we want to see. And if our GDP continues to rise as well, then that is going to be even better. So we are targeting our policy to get rid of all the red dots that are on the screen at the moment. Organized crime is ending next turn. That is lovely. Ghettos aren't ending next turn, but it is coming down, so that is good. Alcohol abuse also should be coming down soon. Alcohol consumption should start to teeter away as soon as this takes effect properly. So that is good. That is good. We are doing well. This looks like it's holding steady. Holding steady indeed. We've already looked at that. What am I doing? Narcotics. This should start to come down really, really soon. If we reduce this. However, we haven't yet reduced it. So we're probably going to do that right now. I think we should probably do it in steps. Or maybe we should just do it in one. Yeah, perhaps we should just have legalized cannabis rather than legalized LSD and then moving it down to legalized cannabis. We should just go straight for it. It's still going to boost crime by a little bit. However, drug addiction is going to be completely eliminated, and that is actually what we really want to see. Because I mean, this is just not good. I mean, it's reducing productivity, it's reducing health, making parents unhappy with us. So, not much we can do about that, unless we get rid of it. And obviously, we're planning to do that. And we are 1 turn away from the general election. Our expenditure is super, super low, which is lovely. It's really, really good to see that. Freedom League membership is fluctuating. Our threat assessment, however, has gone down, which is lovely, and it's very, very good to see that people don't want to kill us. That is always reassuring. How is the alcohol problem? Yeah, we've looked at that 3 times. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just going to click the next turn button, because otherwise I'm just going to keep on clicking on this button. I did it again. I can't help myself. Okay, next turn. We're back in business. Let's see how we fare in the polls. Start the count. Wow. Wow, we did really, really well, actually. I'm very, very impressed with that. 25.76520 people. Yes, that they are people. They are all individual people. And they all voted for us. And I am very, 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 very glad that they did. Only 1.5 million-ish voted for the opposition, and there was 6 million non-voters, which is fine. That's really, really awesome. Let's go have a look at the changes. Health is up, education is up, crime is down, poverty down, violent crime down. All these are fantastic. Equality is down by 16%. I don't know why there's been a recent drop. I'm not entirely sure. Tax shelters is probably something that we can actually get rid of. Even though it boosts GDP a little bit, and it boosts our technological advantage, we'll still probably get rid of it eventually. Technology is up by a little bit, the working week is down. Productivity, where's productivity? Productivity is quite important for us. Productivity is down 3%. That is not good enough. Unemployment, wages, alcohol consumption, and drug addiction, and health are all retracting from productivity, so we really need to work towards getting our productivity up. Tobacco usage is up by 6% or so. We can probably tax that a little bit more heavily. Tourism is down. Don't know why that is. We just seem to be having bad touristy times. There was the terrorist attacks, cyclones, and border controls. Oh yeah, we tightened up the border controls as well, didn't we? Food price. How is food price doing? Food price is rapidly climbing. That is just not good enough. The average temperature is also up by 43%. Goodness me, it shouldn't be. We don't want that to happen. That's obviously increasing the food price as well, so hey ho, not much we can do about the increase in the food price. Let's start the next turn. A liberal plot. Really? Celebrity criticism. Well, thanks for that, celebrity. We really appreciate that. Crime has dropped off massively. That's awesome. That's really, really good news. Our budget is in good shape. That's entirely as expected. We made it so it would be like that. We slashed expenditure, and our income has just increased in line with our GDP and in line with the global economy. So that is good. Great place to be in terms of the game. Liberals, however, ain't too keen on us. There's a liberal plot in the making, and that worries me. That worries me a little bit. Ghettos need to end soon. They need to end very, very soon. Education's already pretty good. Education is pretty good. What can we change? There's not much here that we can really... Because we need to get racial tension down to get rid of ghettos. That's pretty apparent to me. Getting rid of faith school subsidies would be probably the right thing to do. However, we don't really want to do that because that is, well, first of all, it's going to retract a little bit from education, which is not the primary concern for us. Actually, I don't think I would feel too bad reducing this all, because, I mean, religious people are still going to like us by a good bit. It's still going to work to increase the religious membership, and the religious income is still going to be somewhat bolstered. Or maybe it isn't. It's not going to be somewhat bolstered. We're going to reduce it anyway. It doesn't matter. We'll get racial tension down. That's really the only way that we can get rid of ghettos. Quite frankly, that's the only way. And so we're gonna do it. Drug addiction is going to be ending next turn. That's fantastic. That's going to give a nice little boost to productivity, a nice little boost to health, and parents are going to like us a smidgen more, which is always good. Obesity. Well, food price. We need to get food price down. Quite simply, that's it. What can we do to get the food price down? Agriculture subsidies. Does that get the food price down? I think it might. Synthetic meat grants definitely does. Not like with the political capitals that actually do anything. However, next turn and next episode, we will definitely enact some policies that will get our price of food down. So I hope you'll join me then, ladies and gentlemen. But for now, my name has been Orbit Potato. If you've enjoyed them, please remember to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.